and welcome to Grateful Sweat. I'm your teacher, Stephanie. So today's class is going to be a little yin class for your wrists. So this is great if you suffer from carpal tunnel, if you work in an office and you are on a computer all day, if you are a big texter like myself, this will be really helpful for the wrists. We'll get into the fingers a little bit, so let's go ahead and get started. A block, actually 2 blocks, will be really helpful for this class. If you do not have blocks, grabbing 2 sturdy books is great. If you've got shoe boxes, preferably with shoes in them to make them a little sturdier, that can also work as well. So let's put 1 block down, grab another block. So if you have got tight hips, you can sit on the block to bring your hips higher than your knees, and that will help alleviate some of that pressure. So you can sit with legs crossed if it's more comfortable for you to sit with legs outstretched, feet like slightly back towards your face. You can do that as well. So when you find a comfortable seat, let's just go ahead and settle in. So taking a moment here, let's place one hand over the heart, the other over your belly, and float your eyes closed. And begin to settle in. So we're just going to spend a few breaths here, just really calming the mind, settling into the practice. Good, taking one more deep breath here, and exhale it out. Good, slowly float the eyes open, and let's interlace the fingers and just slowly begin to move the wrists around. So thinking about making a figure 8 here. Good. And in a yin class, you actually want to be cold. We're getting into those connective tissues like the joints and the ligaments. So if you're warm, that actually, you begin to get into the muscles, and that is something completely different. So doing yin after a workout is not really something you want to do. You want to go in cold so that we can target, again, those connective tissues. Good. Good. Now begin to slow it down if you haven't already. Very nice. One more round here. Good, and then from here, let's exhale, extend our hands out. So hands are flexed, fingers pointed up to the ceiling. Good. And you want to try and have your arms about shoulder height, right? So not down here, not way up here. And then on your next exhale, point those fingers. Good. Inhale, flex. Maybe feeling that stretch through kind of the wrists here. Exhale, point those fingers. Good, inhale, flex. Being mindful, right? We're not bending the elbows, keeping the arms arms straight and strong. Exhale, point. Sorry, inhale, point. And flex. Good, point. One more time. So flex. Point. Good. And then from here, let's bring the palms together at heart center. Good. And what we're going to do is warm up the wrists, the shoulders, the arms, right? So what we're going to do is in prayer pose, move your right hand toward you and your left hand away from you, like this. So let me show you from the side. Right, so from the side, it'll look like this. And as you do that, you're going to extend your arms out. Right, so exhale, extend, inhale, swing it back. Good, exhale, extend, inhale, back. Right, so you're swiveling essentially on the heels of your hand. Exhale, extend, inhale, bring it back. Exhale, extend, inhale, bring it back. Good, one more time. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it back. Good, now the opposite way. So this time the left fingertips come towards the face and the right come away from you. Good, inhale, bring it back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it back. Good, we're still trying to keep the hands shoulder height, right? So we're not down here, not up here. Good, we're here. And one side may feel more comfortable than the other. That is completely normal. Right, so actually the side that we use more often may feel tighter. So for me, I'm right-handed, so when we did this on the right side, that felt strange and awkward because I'm working the muscles in my hands and wrist more because I'm right-handed. So writing, clicking the mouse, right, even texting, we use that dominant hand. Good, let's do this one more time. Good, all right, so from here, you can come off of the block or stay on. So if you stay on, you're lifted up a little bit higher. This is gonna provide a little more intensity, so I would recommend coming down off of that block. Good, and I will show you from the side. So what we're going to do is take the hands back behind us, but back by the hips, and then just walk your hands out slightly until you feel a stretch from your forearm down and out through your pinky finger. Good, so make sure we're sitting tall, right, and not hunched over. Good, and you want to make sure you can get all 10 fingers on the mat. But feeling that stretch through the pinkies. Good, sitting up tall. If you'd like a little stretch stretch in the back of your neck. You can bring your chin to your chest. Good, now from here, let's walk the hands closer into the hips, but move them further back. Good, so now feeling that stretch through the elbows, right, and down into the thumbs. So if this is really intense, to have palms flat on the mat, you can come up onto the fingertips. Good, just breathing into any tight places, any sticky spots. Good, one more breath here. Good, next inhale, lift you back up. And then interlace your hands, flip your palms away from you. And just take a few deep breaths here, trying to get your hands up shoulder height if you can. If not, lowering them a little bit is completely fine. Good, and if you can't completely interlace your fingers, grabbing onto a strap or a towel, or like me, if you've got a sweater on, right, grabbing onto that sleeve. And then just slowly over time, walking your hands in until you can interlace them. Good, so I will show you with the prop, right, whatever it may be, and then I'll show you with my fingers interlaced. Good, so from here, next exhale, we're going to turn the right wrist up as much as you can towards the ceiling. So we're really getting into that right forearm, through the elbow, maybe up into the shoulder. Just making sure to breathe. And not letting our thoughts wander. Returning back to the breath. Good. Inhale, bring those hands back to center. So if you are interlaced, you are here. Good, and then next exhale, slowly shifting that right wrist up to the ceiling, feeling it up through the forearms into the elbow, And again, up into that left shoulder. Good. If the intensity is too much, right, always drop in the hands. Good. Making sure to breathe. Good, coming back to center, pausing here for one more deep breath. And then on the exhale, bring the arms out to a T. So straight, strong arms here, and then make a fist and drop the fingers down towards the mat. Good. Breathing here. Good, now from here, bringing those fists up to the ceiling. Good, noticing just the difference in sensation. Maybe one direction is tighter for you than the other, and again, that is completely normal. Good, now let's just begin to make small circles with the hands. Good. Moving clockwise or counterclockwise, so I started counterclockwise. Good, one more round here, and then reversing the direction. Good, one more breath. And exhale, release, very nice. So from here, let's grab both of those blocks, bring them to the top of your mat. We're going to come into a tabletop. Good, so think of the blocks as an extension of your hands in tabletop. So you want to make sure you are stacked, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists. And then the same thing here, hips over knees. And then walk your hands to the front of the block, allowing your fingertips to flow over. And then from here, let's sit our hips back, coming into a child's pose. So knees can be together to get a little bit deeper into that low back as well. Or knees spread wide, big toes to touch. Good, creating space for that belly to expand. Coming into our little supported child's pose, and this gets us into the shoulders, the wrists. Good, taking 2 more deep breaths. Good, next inhale, slowly lifts you back up. Good, so now we're going to take a hero's pose. So slide one of those blocks off the mat. Let's take the other. Again, in a seated position, so I'm going to show you from the side first. Good. So just sliding that block back behind you. Hero's pose here. And legs are spread, right? So we are also stretching out the ankles, the tops of the feet, the toes. Good. And then from here, palms together, heart center, but I'd like you to spread your fingers. Good, creating space. And then from here, next exhale, point your fingers away from you. Good, so maybe imagining breathing into each of the fingers or even the spaces between the fingers. Good. The next inhale, slowly bring the fingers back to heart center, and then if you can, beginning to turn them towards you. So only go as far as is comfortable. So for me, you see I've got tight wrists, so I can't quite get them back pointing towards me at heart center, but I'm going as close as I can. Feeling a nice, gentle stretch. The next inhale, bring those palms back to heart center. And then from here, let's just roll out the wrists. Maybe you'd like to shake out your hands a little bit, moving them up and down, whatever just feels more comfortable for you. Very nice. Now I'm going to move and face you. Good, now still in hero's pose. And then from here, let's extend our right arm out, palm facing up. Good, now take your left pointer finger and we're going to place it over the top of our middle and ring finger on the right hand. And then just gently begin to bend those fingers back towards you. So feeling a stretch through the palm of the hand, through the wrist. Good. Checking in with the face, making sure that's not tight anywhere and we're not clenching the back of the teeth. Good, taking 2 more deep breaths. Good, let's switch sides. So exhale, extend that left hand out, palm facing the ceiling. Right pointer finger, grabbing those 2 middle fingers on the left hand and slowly, slowly extending them back towards you. You may feel a deeper stretch if you use 2 fingers, applying a little bit more pressure, but that's not necessary, right? We're just, again, stretching through that joint, through the tendons in the hand. So we want to be really mindful of that these are not elastic. One of my teachers refers to them as plastic. So it's not something that can stretch and then come back, right? So that's why we want to be really, really careful about how much pressure we apply to our joints. Good. Practicing non-attachment. So maybe any noises that are happening in the background, right? Maybe you've got your partner on the phone, kids running around, dog pacing, right? Just focusing on where you are in this moment. Good, we're going to take 2 more deep breaths. Good, and exhale, release. So again, if you would like to shake it out, or if you just like to roll out the wrists, we're going to take Gomukhasana arms, so cow face arms, right? We are still in hero's pose with the legs, maybe getting a nice little quad stretch, but breathing into the tops of the feet, the ankles, and the toes. So if you have a strap, please use that. Otherwise, if you are like me and you've got an article of clothing, maybe a dish towel, a belt, you can use that as well. So if you have a strap, extend your arm out in front of you and think about the L of your hand. So take that strap, loop it over your thumb, right? And then, so I'm going to show you 2 variations, right? So you've got the strap looped around your thumb. You're going to inhale, extend your arms up over your head, and then exhale, drop that right hand back, right? And let the strap fall down your back. Now, if you've got that article of clothing, grab onto either the sleeve or both ends of the belt, right? Same thing, grab onto the end of your dish towel. And you're going to inhale, lift up, and then exhale, let your right hand fall back behind you, right elbow points up to the ceiling, right? Very nice. So spending a minute here to breathe. Trying to get that elbow pointed as close to the ceiling as you can, right? If you're someone like me who's got tight shoulders, maybe it doesn't go that far. Good, and then next exhale, take that left hand, wrap it around behind you and find that prop, right? Whether it is the strap or your sweater. And then slowly, slowly, see if you can walk your hands closer towards one another. And then over time, maybe your fingers will find each other. posture here, using your head to slightly press right back into your right arm, right? We want to make sure we're not hunching over here. We want to try and keep a straight spine. Floating those eyes closed if you like. Good. Taking one more deep breath here. Next exhale, release your left hand first, and then extend right arm back up to the ceiling, and good, release the prop. So, other side, if you're using the strap, extend that left arm out, hooking over the left thumb. Otherwise, grabbing onto that prop, inhaling that left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop that left hand behind your head. And breathing here. Good, so just feeling that stretch from the forearm, maybe down into the armpit here. Sorry, not the forearm, the back of the arm. Good, and then when you are ready, reaching that right arm around your back, finding that prop, walking your hands towards one another, feeling that stretch. Good, and just being mindful again to sit up straight, not allowing that left arm to hunch you over. And Gomukhasana, arms on the left. Good, taking two more deep breaths here. Next, exhale, slowly releasing with the right hand, extending that left hand up and lower. Good, inhale your palms together at heart center. My name is Stephanie. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. It was an honor to share my practice with you. The divine light in me honors the divine light in you. Namaste.